Welcome back to Around the Tiers, everyone. The 2025 Orchid Show, hosted by the Southern Tier Orchid Society, takes place this weekend at the Johnson City Senior Center. On site now to see the setup of these beautiful orchids, we have 12 News' Christina Dillon to learn more about the show. Christina, who do you got with you today?
Thanks, Avery. I'm here with Jeff Hackett, who's one of the show's co-chairs. He's going to tell us a little bit more about what they've got going on this weekend. So, Jeff, talk to me about what the Southern Tier Orchid Society is.
Yeah, so the Southern Tier Orchid Society is we're a ragtag group of volunteers that just share a common passion for orchid growing, orchid husbandry. You know, we meet every month here in the same facility where we're having the show, and yeah, we have educational talks. So, you know, we're a nonprofit group to really just promote orchid husbandry and the knowledge of orchid growing, you know?
That's wonderful. You told me you just kind of recently moved here from Florida, so talk to me about the history of the Orchid Society and how you got involved.
Listen, so every state and every region has several orchid societies. Florida in particular, there's like 5 of them just in Central Florida alone. Up here in New York, it's a little bit more sparse, and we have, let's see, I think there's 5 regions in Florida. So this Orchid Society is the Southern Tier Orchid Society. And I moved to the area, I had family in the area, and I was looking for my nearest society. And here I am a year and a half later, you know?
That's wonderful. And the history, you mentioned it had been in another facility prior to this, and how many numbers that you guys really had show up and you had to move to this bigger space. So talk to me about that.
Yeah, so years prior we've hosted in the Oakdale Mall. Most recently we've hosted in the Roberson Museum, where last year I think we had just over 550 attendees. Pretty outstanding turnout. We're hoping to double out this year. You know, the Roberson Museum, we outgrew it and we really needed more space, and we're already almost bursting at the seams. So
yeah, it looks perfect here. A lot of space. I see a bunch of different orchids and different colors. Talk to me about the variety of orchids that you're going to have at the show.
So orchids is an extremely vast genre or species. There's over 64,000 documented species in the wild and hundreds of thousands of hybrids that orchid growers and collectors through the last several hundred years have collected.
Yeah, so you have some of those 64,000 you said, of kind of that huge plethora. You'll have some different species here at the show.
Yeah, I know. So I'm also the registrar for the Southern Tier Orchid Society, and I think I've registered over 200 plants already for all of our tables. So huge variety from all the corners of the world. We actually have a bonsai society here too, a local bonsai society. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now I see that the setup is actively going on here. Yeah. So talk to me about what goes into that. There's a lot of people, and yeah, break that down for us.
So I mentioned to you I have an engineering and a little bit of an architecture background. So for the months leading up to this, I've been planning out the space and how we're going to set up, inviting vendors. Getting vendors is a really important thing. You know, the vendors are the lifeblood of the show. So it's just a lot of behind the scenes, just reaching out to people, canvassing, seeing who's even interested, who's, you know, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got raffles and some other activities going on at the show in addition to the orchids, I understand. Could you talk to us a little about that?
So we're chock full of activities for the weekend. So the Southern Tier Orchid Society is an affiliated society with the American Orchid Society, which is actually an international group. As part of being an affiliate, we're also having an AOS sponsored show. So tomorrow morning we're going to have judging for all of our plants, where they're going to come in and actually officially like rate our orchids and say who is the prettiest, you know. And let's see what else we have. A presentation Saturday at 2 p.m. Kind of an Orchids 101 talk, orchid husbandry, how to grow them. Sunday at 2 p.m. we're going to have a mounting and repotting demonstration given by 2 of our own club members. We have I think 12 raffles. Don't quote me on that exact number.
Awesome. It sounds like you've got some education activities, a little friendly competition.
Yes, yeah.
You've got everything going on. I know you mentioned different times this weekend, so just give us an idea of when the show is going on and also how people can learn more about it.
Yeah, so our show should be available on the Southern Tier Orchid Society or stosorchids.org, I believe is the website. If you search Southern Tier Orchid Society, it will pop up. We have a Facebook page, Southern Tier Orchid Society, also an Instagram page that you can find. Occasionally you might find us on some of the local Reddit forums.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Jeff. That sounds wonderful. I'm going to toss it back to Avery, who's going to tell us, when this show's going on and have a bit more information on it. But we really appreciate you, Jeff, and thanks for all your insight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great.
Absolutely. Back to you, Avery.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Christina. I absolutely love orchids. I was just talking to Howard, too. If he had a favorite flower, it would be an orchid. There's always so many colors to choose from. But if you want to make your way out to the 2025 Orchid Show this weekend, here are the details. The Orchid Show will be tomorrow and Sunday, Saturday 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This is located at the Johnson City Senior Center at 30 Brockton Street in Johnson City. For more information, please visit southerntierorchids.org.